Now, the Boruto anime has returned ever since episode 154 was actually aired, and the rest of the episodes was on hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But now it's actually returned with episode 155. So here it is. Which the episode began in a rainy day where Mitsuki was actually encountered by Mikasuki, and he actually found someone who's actually in the alleyway who's injured. So we actually see Mitsuki take him back to his apartment so he actually can treat his injuries, in which he actually have came back, which he actually saw the mysterious stranger actually woken up from his injuries. So he actually introduced himself as Semi Dowry, and he actually was admired by Mikasuki and Mitsuki, in which we actually seen that he actually taken a liking to Mikasuki, in which he actually gave him a bell for him. So we actually see that he actually came to visit his sister, who was also named Mikasuki, which he actually came to the town to visit her, which he actually knew that she actually is going to meet him again. However, we saw Boruto and Sarada actually found Mitsuki, and he actually was told by them that they had to go on a mission together, which in the police force, they were actually doing a security mission, which they actually had to become bodyguards for Kaneki, who actually the president and CEO of the Kaneki Corporation, who is a chemical company who actually is rival with Denki's father's company. However, the reason why they're doing the security is because the employees were actually victims of a serial killer who goes by the name of Rainy Day Killer. And he actually kills people in the rain. However, we actually saw that three of the victims who are working with Kaneki's corporation, in which something actually linked to Kaneki because he is the target for the Rainy Day Killer, in which it actually gets more personal when 2 years ago an accident had actually happened, which a project that was actually happening in Kaneki's corporation caused an explosion, killing everybody that was caught in the explosion. But we actually knew something actually that could connect to Kaneki. So they actually head to his house where there was security actually surrounding the area, by which Kaneki actually refused to become everybody's victim, let alone let anybody become his bodyguards. But we saw Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki stand watch on top of his roof when actually it became rain, and then we saw the killer actually appear. But just like in the reports, the killer's weapon was actually thin and small. So the weapon is still a mystery. But when the killer actually appeared, he killed the security with the same weapon. But nobody knows what it is. But he's actually about to kidnap Kaneki, as he is the target. But we actually see Mitsuki actually appeared, and he actually recognized him. So he actually ran away, and Mitsuki give chase, by which we see Mitsuki was about to use multiple striking shadow snakes, but he actually used a jutsu that he never seen, actually got rid of the snakes, and he actually vanished in the water. So we actually knew they actually met a formidable opponent, which we saw Mitsuki and Mikatsuki actually met up with Samidari, and he actually is a ninja, but we actually seen how he actually asked about his sister and what his jutsu is. Meanwhile, we saw Kaneki agree to let them become his bodyguards, in which the list of victims that were actually on the list during the explosion, and Mitsuki actually recognized one of them. But however, Kaneki was actually kidnapped, in which we actually seen where Mitsuki is actually headed when they actually split up to look for Kaneki, where the killer actually took him to a graveyard where we saw a gravestone where they actually say Mikatsuki Imashi, in which that's actually her full name, by which Mitsuki actually took the robe and revealed to be Samidari, and he actually is the Rainy Day Killer, which it actually makes sense. He brought Kaneki to his sister's gravesite to actually make amends, because it actually revealed that she was in charge of the experiments when she was actually being pushed to do another type of experiment that was charged by Kaneki, in which we actually knew that Mitsuki will have to take him in. But we actually saw Samidari use the jutsu called Water Style Needles of Falling Rain, which that is actually his weapon, by using chakra and using the rain as his weapon. But Mitsuki actually counter it with snake lightning to actually knock him out. But he using the needles to injure himself, which he is about to die because Mitsuki won't let him. So he actually takes him to a hospital where he actually visits him and put Mikatsuki's bell onto his wrist, while the investigation is reopened and they now investigating the Kaneki's corporation because of the explosion. So we actually saw Mitsuki meet Samidari, and he actually came in town to get revenge for his sister. So he actually trying to make amends for not actually being with his sister. So this actually means that it's not actually a revengeful killing, but he's trying to get Kaneki to actually ask forgiveness for me from Mikatsuki, and he actually tried to get his forgiveness. But we actually saw Mitsuki actually spare his life, and he actually forgive him for what he actually did. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guy Drainer saying sign out. Laters, and be safe.